Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dubai Opera. As a courtesy to the performers, please refrain of taking photos with a flashlight, as they can be extremely distracting to artists and fellow audience members. Thank you and enjoy the show. السيدات والسادة، أهلا بكم في دبي أوبرا. احتراما للمؤديين، يرجى الامتناع عن التقاط الصور باستخدام الفلاش، حيث أن الإضاءة يمكن أن تتسبب في تشتيت انتباه المؤديين. شكرا لكم ونتمنى أن تستمتعوا بالعرض.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Hult graduating class of 2023. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of Hult International Business School, Executive Vice President and Provost, Dean, Faculty and Administrative Team. To our dear graduates, faculty and administrative team, you may be seated. It is a pleasure to welcome families, spouses, friends, corporate partners, and faculty to the ceremony. I am Earle Drury, your host for today. A few housekeeping rules. Please make sure your cell phone is off, your mobile phone is off or on silent so as not to disrupt the ceremony. And guests and graduates, please remain seated for the entire ceremony. And now to officially proceed with the commencement ceremony, I would like to introduce our Dean, Namrata Kamath. Born and raised in Dubai, Namrata has observed Dubai's transformation, mirroring her own story of nothing is impossible. This mindset has allowed her to internalize Hult's values and all that goes into gaining a postgraduate degree from Hult, as she too has learned by doing. For those made to do not only applies to our students, but also to our leadership. With a decade of experience at Hult, she has used a solution-oriented approach to deliver an exceptional experience for our students, both within and outside the classroom. Please welcome Dean Kamath for a welcome address.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. President Matt Lilley, Provost Mona Dhillon, esteemed faculty and staff, family and friends, and this incredible graduating class of 2023. Welcome to this commencement ceremony. My name is Namrata Kamath, and I'm the Dean at Hult International Business School, Dubai. I have a little something I need to share with you. This graduation is exceptionally special for me. Why? Because this is my first. My first class I get to graduate as a dean, and I'm so privileged that you get to be that first class. It was the most terrifying and humbling moment to meet you all and to be introduced to you as your dean, and I want to thank you for allowing me to learn from you and grow into the space and feel humbled as I continue to grow. But this isn't about me. It's about you, the class of 2023. So let's take a minute to talk a little bit about those firsts, shall we? Do you remember the first time you made it to campus? Or first, yes, okay, we're answering, that's good. Or for some of you that logged in online to look into campus, do you remember the first person you spoke with when you made it to campus? Okay, what about the first team you were put in? Yeah? Was it the dream team? Or maybe we did pray that night a little harder that it was a dream and you'd wake up and you'd be in a new dream team the next morning. Or what about that first assignment you submitted? Did you get it done in good time or at 9:59, the by time, which, by the way, is very close to 10 p.m., a very magical time where the strangest phenomenon on the internet happens, where there's uploading issues all across the country. And what about the first time you smelled coffee out of the coffee machine on campus and gently reminded the staff team that we are not allowed to remove that machine at any cost from campus premises? And the first time you raised in class, brave enough to challenge those around you, and shockingly enough, even challenge some of your professors. Or the first time you realized, hey, perhaps finance isn't that bad. Or even scarier, I will forever and always dislike finance. Sorry, Professor Mufid, you did a wonderful job. I remember at some stage telling every one of you that this year would go by ever so quickly, and at that time, especially maybe our part-time students, you may have not believed me because you're in the start of this 2-year roller coaster ride. But here we are at the finish line. But this is why I'm asking you to bring it back to the first, the starting point, that time that you made the choice to make this life-altering decision to come to Hult, no matter how scared or confident you were. And we rarely take the time to remember how it all started when things are over. And I assure you, in remembering the start, the celebration is just a little bit more magical. And so I'm going to ask each and every one of you to take a moment to silently remember the start and thank yourselves for doing everything you had to do to get here. We are, after all, for those made to do, and my word, have you done it. I know that we have so many people we want to thank today because it truly takes a village. And I will still ask you to pause and thank yourself. You made this happen. You made it here because you decided to start in the first place. So even if it means screaming it out today, scream it out and say, thank you, me. You are and will always be Hult, and I hope that means as much to you as it means to us. And I hope you carry that name along with you with pride and elevate what it means to be Hult once you go into the business community and instigate a world of change. I hope this journey was as transformative as we told you it would be at the start. And I hope that you've learned a lot, but I've also realized that you need to continue to learn. And I'm going to encourage you to seek out opportunities that scare you and spaces that humbled you, because it's in those spaces and moments that we are truly able to grow. And remember, Hult will always be your home, one that you can return to, and I hope you look forward to that return to share your success with those that come after you. And I will leave you with one of my favorite quotes. I know I've said this to a lot of the classes: with great power comes great responsibility. And I know you will be using that power responsibly as we go into the world and make an impact as we set out to make the start of this journey. Once again, congratulations, class of 2023. We are so proud of you. Thank you very, very much. I now have the pleasure to introduce our president of Hult International Business School, Dr. Matt Lilley.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Dean Namrata. What a privilege it is to be here today, to celebrate this special day with all of you as we honor your achievements in reaching this point. It's wonderful to see so many of you here with your families to celebrate in person. Wherever you've come from today, you're very welcome, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I've been at Hult for 15 months now, and as I travel around our campuses, I'm always hugely impressed by what I see. The inspiring teaching of our amazing faculty, personified by my colleagues here on stage today, our incredible international student community, and our even bigger alumni group. Really, the greatest privilege, among many, of my job is meeting with our students and our alumni and hearing their stories and how sometimes even many, many years later, Hult has changed their lives. During your time here at Hult, I hope that you've built a global community of friends for life and gain the skills to thrive in your next chapters. I hope that you've been challenged in ways that have helped you to grow and to discover skills and capabilities that maybe you didn't even know you had. I hope that you've learned, and I hope that you've had fun. Hult's focus on practical knowledge, on learning by doing, working in teams, building skills, that really is the future of work, and you are all very well prepared for it. But the world does not stand still, as you know, and I would urge you all to stay curious and to keep learning. So today marks the end of your current chapter at Hult, but it is not goodbye. You will always be part of Hult, and Hult will always be part of you. Today, you're making that transition from being a Hult student to being a Hult alumnus and joining a community of over 30,000 people. And I ask you, please, stay in touch. Take your annual elective course with us. Please use the alumni community for advice and connections. Please help fellow alumni who reach out to you. But most importantly, be proud of Hult. Tell people that you meet and work with about our school and how it has helped to make you who you are today. It's customary at this point for somebody, usually an old man, to offer you some advice that you hadn't asked for. And I like to follow customs, so not that I ever followed advice myself, but anyway, here is some from me based on my own life and experiences. It's about plans. For those of you who have a plan and know what you want to do next or where you want to be in 5 years' time, that's great. And I really wish you every success in following that plan. For those of you who don't have a plan, not sure what you want to do next or where you want to be in 5 years' time, that's great too. Because life is long. The world changes, opportunities change, and perhaps most importantly, you change. Some of the best things, maybe most of the best things that have happened to me in my life and career were not things that I'd planned, like being here for a start. In fact, I rarely ever had a plan that I was following. So what is my advice then? Well, as I hope someone at Hult has taught you, anything worth communicating always comes in 3 parts, and so there are 3 parts to it. The first is, even if you have a plan, always be open to a change or a different path. Sometimes the plan that you had won't be right for you anymore. Sometimes you just didn't know what was going to be possible when you came up with your plan. If you're willing to switch to a better plan and have a good framework for deciding what a better plan is, you're going to have so many more options in life. The second bit is to give yourself the best possible chance to know about different opportunities. Read about a wide range of stuff. Network. Ask questions. Be curious. Some of the best opportunities in life honestly just come up by accident. But the accidents won't happen to you if you're not there. And finally, this is the important bit, really. Whatever you're doing now or in the future, do it well. You may or may not be pursuing your dream job today. And honestly, no job is fun every single day. But opportunities do generally come to people who are doing well, exceeding expectations, who have a good reputation. How well you're doing usually is a combination of what you choose to do and how hard you choose to work. If you want to be successful, you owe it to yourself to choose to do something that you're good at and to choose to work hard at it. Finally, to the Hult Dubai class of 2023, enjoy this day. Nearly 30 years later, I look back on my own graduation day as one of the most special moments of my life, a precious day that I spent with my own family. I really hope that you can all make similar memories today. So to all of you, congratulations and go well. Thank you. Now I get to introduce myself, which is an unusual thing. So now we're moving on to a new part of our graduation ceremony, which is awarding the Hult Honorary Doctorate degree. This is just one way that we're marking our school's 20th anniversary this year, by acknowledging people who illustrate our spirit and what we teach in our programs, using skill and intelligence to transform business and making an impact that matters in the world. And our 2023 inaugural Honorary Doctorate recipients have shown that action really can net incredible results. In this video that we're about to show you, I'm interviewing our first recipient, Paul Polman. Paul was the former transformational CEO of Unilever, who not only drove stellar financial results for the company and its shareholders, but who also ushered in the idea that purpose is not at loggerheads with profit. Paul Polman is a pioneer in corporate sustainability and one of my biggest inspirations. Let's listen now to what he has to say.
To mark the occasion of Hult International Business School's 20th anniversary, we're awarding our first ever honorary doctorates to people from the business world who most embody our purpose to make an impact that matters and inspire others to do the same. It's a great privilege to be able to award our very first honorary degree to someone who has inspired me personally so much, Paul Polman.
Well, thank you, Matt, and first of all, congratulations on the 20 years, which have been enormous.
Paul's long and successful business career saw him run Europe for Procter & Gamble, the Americas for Nestlé, and culminated in a decade as CEO of Unilever. During his tenure, not only did Unilever create huge value for shareholders, but also Paul spearheaded the Unilever Sustainable Living Plan, pioneering the idea that business can profit through purpose. Paul is a Chevalier of the Légion d'Honneur, an Honorary Knight Commander of the Order of the British Empire, and 3 times Investor Magazine's CEO of the Year. Today, Paul leads the United Nations Global Compact, is an ambassador for Race to Zero, and is an advocate for net positive businesses. Paul, thank you for joining us today. When you think of the future, would you say that you're an optimist about the future, and if so, why?
The first thing I always say is between an optimist and a pessimist, it's better to choose the optimist, because you both have the same life, but an optimist probably has a little bit of a happier life.
What would you say are the biggest systems changes that we need today?
The biggest one, without any doubt, is to move with speed and scale to what I talked about, this more inclusive, sustainable and resilient society that we want. And increasingly we can see that happen already in the private sector, where winners and losers are clearly marked now, or at the country level, where countries that are moving more aggressively are actually finding themselves in a better position. So we're moving, but we're not moving fast enough.
What about our students and graduates themselves? What advice would you give them on staying motivated to make positive change and having a sense of agency in a world where it may feel like they don't have much?
I think the first thing I would say to students is whatever you can do or whatever you can dream, do it, begin it right now. So many people that I encounter that are able to make the changes are afraid to speak up or take a risk or do something, and then frankly they regret it for the rest of their life. So My first thing I would say is be bold, be brave, and do the things you believe in.
Paul Polman, thank you very much for your time today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Matt. And let's give a round of applause to Paul Polman, Hult's Honorary Doctorate degree recipient. Moving forward, I'm delighted to introduce our commencement speaker, Aya Sadr. A real believer in startups, Aya Sadr has helped bring companies to life in Europe, the US, and the MENA region over the past decade. Founder of Bolt Consultancy, which won Fastest Growth Startup of the Year in 2022 by Entrepreneur Middle East, Aya launched the company with the aim to develop the #1 consultancy for startups and accelerators in the MENA region.
Perfect, I can't see any of you. Class of 2023, congratulations, you did it. Huge round of applause. And might I add, in person. So that's a huge achievement already. 10 years ago, I sat in your exact seat, excited and certain that my path was set for me. You see, 10 years ago, my journey started off quite differently than what it looks like today. Being the daughter of an entrepreneur, my father expected me to graduate and come back home and run his company distributing cosmetics. Every girl's dream, right? Free makeup, skincare, done. Well, 2 months into my job, I spoke to my father and told him, when I'm ready, I'll come back. I quit that day. He asked me, for 4 years, you prepared in college for you to come back and work with me, and you're ready to just throw all of that away? Although I disappointed him that day, I just knew in my gut that I was in the wrong place. I wanted to go out there, see the world for myself, gain experience as a real entrepreneur, to prove to myself that I deserved to be in a position of leadership, not that I had inherited it. Despite that feeling of disappointing a parent, I knew that following my instinct was the right way to go, and that eventually they would be proud of me. Well, all my courage took quite a dip right after I quit. I locked myself in my room for months when one day my mother came by with a post-it note from my brother. On this note, it said the name of a person and a company. And my mother said, "Get dressed and go." I went off to explore what I studied for 4 years, entrepreneurship. Well, I started off as an intern, earning about 1,000 dirhams a month. I barely could afford lunch and gas to go back and forth from work. Of course, my parents were definitely not proud of me at that point, but I knew that what I was working for was something much bigger. I was working towards my future. Fast forward a few years into my career, 2015, my path took another sharp turn. I got asked a very special but difficult question. The question was, tell me about your biggest achievement. I responded really quickly. I said, I'm the leader of Startup Weekend Dubai. We organize hackathons. And that person looked at me like this and said, that's it? And I was a bit taken aback. I thought that was pretty big. Startup Weekend is a global organization, pretty cool. But what I had thought I had left my father's business to pursue, which was my big dream, a lot bigger than myself, I realized after talking to this person that I wasn't working exponentially. I was working linearly. That person who asked me that question actually was somebody who worked at Hult. Definitely a big factor of why I decided to accept to come and speak to all of you here today. And I'm definitely a believer in fate. So it's my turn to ask you, Hult, what is your biggest achievement? It's not an answer you should be able to say straight away, but when you do, I think someone's ready to give me his answer. I want you to think big. Think about the story you're going to start building for yourselves, the ones that will feel right for you, challenge you, and set you off on your path exponentially. What they asked me to do was to think about what I wanted to do next in my career, yes. But it was to really set a bigger challenge for myself, something that would impact many more people than just myself. It's something that would make me want to work hard, stay focused for the next 10, 15 years. That person asked me to create my massive transformative purpose, and that's what I want to share with you today. I want to make the world a smaller place by connecting brilliant entrepreneurs, investors, and accelerators from around the world together in seconds. And anybody who believes in this vision as well, please find me after this talk. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, says Lao Tzu. To you, the class of 2023, your next few years are going to be filled with uncertainty, ups and downs, but most importantly, they will be a part of the story you are carving out for yourself. This is one thing that your school, your parents, your peers will not train you to understand in any environment. It is something that you have to teach yourself, which is how to build your massive transformative purpose. A few of you might leave here today and join a Fortune 500 company in a very prestigious position. And with that, I congratulate you. But while you're there, I ask you to really look inside and ask yourself this question. Is this me pursuing my massive transformative purpose? Or am I just building the next part of my journey? Like many of you here, I'm not from the UAE, I'm an expatriate. My family had left the war in Lebanon to build a family here, a life here. I watched them start and close businesses. I saw what passion and struggle looked like up close. And it recharges me towards my vision anytime I feel lost or unfocused. And I challenge you all to find that same flame. What ignites you? Being an entrepreneur might just be the hardest thing I have ever done. And I quit 4 or 5 times a day. But I wouldn't have it any other way. They say you pick your poison. If you don't choose your sacrifices, then life will. You have the rest of your life to figure out who you are and what you want to do with your life. But start asking yourself this question. If not now, then when? Let your goals guide the next chapter of your life. Show up on time. Give it your all. But ask yourself when you wake up in the morning, is what you're doing from 9 to 5 worth it? Are you feeling valued? And are you getting closer to your MTP? Life tested me one day as I stood in front of the elevator going up to my office. I prayed that the elevator would not come down. But that moment, when I felt uncomfortable, was the moment that moved me. It changed me to be a better person. I didn't quit soon after that, but I knew that I had to get out of this prison. And a lot of you here might join companies or positions where you feel the same, and I encourage you to let that struggle move you in the right direction. As Hult students, I have no doubt that this school is graduating some of the top students who will go off to take on big challenges and solve big problems. I know this because all the time you have spent in the classroom working on real case studies, you have earned a knack for looking for problems. Now look to your right and to your left. You are surrounded by brilliant minds. If you just put your heads together, you can solve some of the world's biggest problems. Good things take time. Finding your MTP is not going to be something that will happen overnight. For many people, they don't even start to look for it until their 40s, 50s, and even 60s. Now is your time to go out there and do it. 10, 15, 20 years from now, I want to hear what is your massive transformative purpose. And 10 years from now, I want to hear what is your biggest achievement. Thank you.
Thank you for the inspirational message, Aya. It is now my honor to introduce Dr. Mona Dhillon, Executive Vice President of Hult and Provost, for a special announcement of Hodges Scholar Award recipients.
Thank you, Earle. Graduates and guests, it is my honor to present this year's Hodges Scholar Award recipients. This award is in recognition of Dr. Stephen Hodges, who served as president of Hult's International Business School for 16 years, from 2006 to 2022. During his tenure, Hult became a global leader in business education, with campuses across 3 continents, over 4,000 students each year, and a global alumni community of over 30,000 alumni. Under his leadership, Hult became the first triple accredited business school in the United States and is consistently ranked among the top business schools in the world. Dr. Hodges' entrepreneurial spirit, focus on innovation, unparalleled work ethic, his belief in the power of practical learning, and his commitment to academic rigor epitomized the Hult ethos. In honor of his contributions to Hult, we established the Hodges Scholar Award in 2022. This prestigious award celebrates the values embodied by Dr. Hodges by rewarding the extraordinary academic achievements of students studying at Hult. This is granted to students graduating within the top 1% GPA in their program globally. From the entire class of 2023 Hult graduates across all of our campuses and all programs, 30 graduates have earned the Hodges Scholar Award this year, and 2 are with us here today. When I call your name, I request you to please rise and stay standing until all recipients have been announced. And for any family members that we have with us, I request you to also rise. Executive Masters of Business Administration, Leanne Cottrell. Master of Business Analytics, Alexandra Sharman. We also have 2 Hodges Scholars who could not be with us here today, but hopefully they are watching online, so I'd like to recognize them as well. Masters of Business Analytics, Lisa Sabine Metz. Masters of Business Analytics, Eric Bundy. Congratulations on this extraordinary academic achievement. To honor you today, you will be leading your graduating class during the degree conferral ceremony. Soon, all 30 Hodges Scholars will be showcased on Hult's website and receive a personal letter of recognition from Hult President, Dr. Matt Lilley. On behalf of the entire Hult International Business School administration, I wish you all the best as you embark on your next journey, and we look forward to hearing about your future success as proud Hult alumni. Everyone, please join me in one more round of applause for our Hodges Scholars.
Thank you, Mona. And once again, congratulations to our Hodges Scholar Award recipients. To represent the class graduating from the Master of Science in Business Analytics program, I would like to call on Leandra Correa Lopes. Leandra is a remarkable business analyst with a passion for economics and finance. She is no stranger to adventure, having faced perilous adventures, including being followed by a hyena, chased by an elephant, and almost drowning in a hurricane. Leandra's love for statistics is evident, especially when she gets to utilize software like R, Python, Tableau, and Power BI to debug data and uncover the root of problems and solutions.
Welcome, all Masters of Science in Business Analytics, to graduation. It is so strange to be able to see you all in person. I'm so used to seeing everyone through a screen. The biggest struggle was realizing how tall and short everyone is, as well as being used to the virtual study uniform of graduate degree on top and pajamas on the bottom. Okay, back to business. I know many of us have traveled from far away in order to be here today. Our cohort consists of people from all around the world, from all the way east, like Japan, to all the way west, like the US. Time zones became a real thing. I think we have a diploma in time zones, to be honest. Thank you to everyone who is watching the graduation online. We miss those in the cohort who are unable to be with us today. I will begin with my thank yous. I have a lot of gratitude for being given the opportunity to speak today. I would like to start by thanking my family, who came all this way to Dubai in order to watch me graduate. I would like to thank all the lecturers who taught us throughout this journey. Thank you to the campus staff for all the continued assistance. It was such a unique experience where you could hop on a call with the dean at any time to talk about coursework, lectures, or just life in general. I think at one stage I spoke to Yuliia and Francis from Student Services more than the family that I lived with. When we started this master's journey, graduation seemed a lifetime away. There was a lot to balance between lectures, assignments, and life in general. Let's set the scene. During this virtual learning experience, we became very skilled at optimizing our time. Everyone was working full-time, managing households and families. Some in the cohort even became new parents, as well as trying to fit in a little bit of a social life. This resulted in often having to take classes online or after working a full workday. We did this all while learning how to code. So, well done, guys. We did it. I can't deny that through this experience, there was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Moments of self-doubt and wondering why we were putting ourselves through all of this. However, the outcome totally outweighs all of the struggles, as we sit here today, having achieved a master's degree in business analytics. In a Hult classroom, we don't just learn about coursework. We learn life lessons while being supported by our peers, lecturers, dean, campus faculty, and alumni. In our very first class with Dr. Amanda Nyman-Peters, we learned about the lives of our cohort. We learned what they were going through. We also learned about what they would have to put on pause in their life in order to embrace this master's journey. We learned about the beginning of data and how to understand it. And we also learned some really cool psychology practices, like to have a growth mindset and to constantly learn. These are techniques that I still use almost 2 years later. We then began a journey of learning about data and software, such as R, Python, SQL, and Tableau. There was lots of funny moments, as well as lots of laughs, smiles, and I think sometimes tears when our codes didn't work. But We had a support system from all around the world when the codes crashed. You could just hop on a call, even if it was 2 a.m., to ask someone for help. The first class I attended, I didn't know a single person in that room. Today, I cannot picture my life without you all in it. We have already begun planning holidays to visit each other, discussing career opportunities, as well as networking. We're creating memories for a lifetime. Some of my very best friends now sit in this room. I would like to finish off with a final thank you to my friends in the MBAN cohort who have become family through this shared learning experience that shaped us in every single aspect of our lives and ultimately brought us all together to accomplish something great. A master's degree is about finding yourself through difficult times as well as learning a lot, building a future mindset and constantly learning more about yourself and where you fit in the world around it. To the MBAN class of 2023, the future is ours for the taking. This journey was so fun-filled, and I am so glad I had the opportunity to have taken this adventure with you all. Dear graduates, we made it.
Thank you, Leandra. We are so glad to see you and the MBAN class in person after 2 years of Zoom interactions. We will now begin the conferral of degrees with the graduates of the Master of Science in Business Analytics program. I would like to invite Registrar and Program Manager, Yuliia Nosach, to start the degree conferral. I would also like to invite Dean Namrata Kamath to present the graduation scrolls.
Thank you, Earle. Academic Board and the New England Commission of Higher Education, I present to you the individuals who, on completion of the graduation requirements, are entitled to receive the Master of Science in Business Analytics program. Alexandra Charman, with distinction, Hodges Scholar. Aline Mardikan. Ashwarya Rai. Ali El Ganzouri. Eliza May Bernardatin. With distinction. Avive Siasanga Leletu Miandeki. Bojana Popovic. Daniel Serrano Camacho, with distinction. David Castro Lopes. Dina Jivan. Elias Mahesh Yacob. Selfie time. Fatima Abubakar. Heba Fadah. Jessica Abu Halil. Carrie Barbara Felton with distinction. Kirby Crystal Phillips. Lara Reda Muhammad Hussein Abu El-Nain. Leandra Correa Lopes. Maria Elena Nama de Oliveira. Sajid Mahmoud Hashmi. Shimpei Iwata. Zainab Majid El-Husseini Gabala El-Nifali. Congratulations to the MBAN class of 2023.
Congratulations, graduates. To represent the class graduating from the Master of International Business program, I would like to call Mahmoud Sabri Ismail. As you can hear, Mahmoud is an active member of the Hult student community and HSA member. He is motivated by a profound desire to drive positive, lasting change, and Mahmoud aspires for a career in sustainability consulting services. Equipped with a strong foundation in engineering and international business, Mahmoud aims to help organizations transition to more sustainable practices and inspire transformative changes within the industry. And now, please welcome Mahmoud to the stage for a final address to the MIB cohort.
Didn't come here on time, I'm sorry. So, Bismillah. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, distinguished guests, and my church fellow graduates, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I stand before you today, brimming with gratitude for the privilege of being the graduation speaker for the best cohort of this year, the MIB cohort. Woo! Today, under the sparkling Dubai skyline, we come together to celebrate a unique journey that we have traversed at Hult International Business School. For me, it has become a home away from home, a place where I had the privilege to learn alongside the brightest minds from every corner of the world, literally. As I reflect on our time at Hult, one particular memory stands out. A simple map of the world hanging on the wall. Each of us would carefully place a pin on our respective countries, creating a colorful mosaic that symbolizes the extraordinary diversity within our cohort. It was a visual testament to the Council's stories, experiences, and dreams that we all brought to the shared space. And while we placed those pins on the map, we were also very aware of the world we're graduating into. This is a class that's graduating through a global pandemic, high inflation rates, Fed hikes, contradicting economies, AI dominance, global warming, job cuts, and military tensions. Yet, rather than be weighed down by these challenges, we chose to focus on the immense potential we saw in one another. I trust wholeheartedly in our capabilities as a cohort. The education we received at Hult, when combined with our shared experiences, has not only prepared us, but instilled of us the traits of leaders who are creative, caring, and resilient. And to my fellow graduates, my dearest friends, we have journeys together through the highs and lows, supporting one another and inspiring greatness in every step. Whether it was the long-lasting arguments during our challenging team projects, or the memories we have created within Hult's walls, the laughters, the joy meals, the shared meals, the joy of learning how to cook pasta and tramisi with the Italians will forever be etched into our hearts. Last but not least, we sometimes tend to forget that events like these are not only meant to celebrate our achievement alone. It's also to celebrate everyone who supported us in this journey. Thus, we cannot forget the role of our passionate professors, who not only imparted knowledge but ignited the fire of curiosity within us, pushing us to think beyond convention and challenging the status quo. Beyond being our instructors, they were our friends too. None of us will ever forget Dr. Amanda with her distinctive bell signaling the start of the class, or Dr. Ali and his unique TikToks. Well, they are unique. Also, it was our dedicated staff member that greeted us with a warm smile each day, creating a nurturing environment that fostered our growth and well-being. And finally, our families and friends, without whose continuous support, this adventure wouldn't have been possible, so thank you. One of the things that my mother, she's here in the audience, Mom, I love you. Father, I love you too. We don't want to make him jealous. One of the things that my mother always used to tell me, that Mahmoud, life is not about what you have or even what you've accomplished. It's about who you've lifted up, who you've made better, and what you've given back. My dear fellow graduates, as we embark on our individual paths, let us never forget the immense privilege and responsibility that comes with the education we have received. Let us be guided by empathy, compassion, and a deep understanding that our success is intertwined with the well-being of others. Congratulations to the class of 2023, and may our future be as bright and awe-inspiring as the city that nurtured our dreams, Dubai. Let us go forth and create a world where every person has the opportunity to thrive. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahmoud, and congratulations to your mom as well. We will begin the conferral of degrees with the graduates of the Master of Science in International Business program. I would like to invite Program Dean Jake Fields to start the degree conferral. I would also like to invite Dean Namrata Kamath to present the graduation scrolls.
Good evening, everyone. Academic Board and the New England Commission of Higher Education, I present to you the individuals who, on completion of the graduation requirements, are entitled to receive the Master of Science in International Business degree. Akash Dulal. Abdullah Ahmad. Abdullah Obaid Azam Sheikh. Adele Elizabeth Prinsloo. Adriano Vici. Aishwarya Rajesh Aundekar. Akshay Narasimaya Shikar. Alka Reba Matthew. And Esu Mushowi. Angel Brillian Fonataba. Anna Chornaya. Anushka Nilesh Varyava. Arseny Malyshev with distinction. Aryan Beni Tadani. Asha Ibrahim Banda. Diana Krabrovitskaya. Denise Sayedi. Ibrahim Gulamo. Eleonora Tamrazian. Emily Monique Louise Svikas. Fahim Shakil Bijapur. Francisca Araugo Ehedom. Gabriela Farina with distinction. Gita Raja Sri Lagadapati. Harsh Korani. Jacopo Fraternali with distinction. Ivan Bakai. Jamie Naresh Mapani. Kabir Musa Khan. Karan Vikrant Patil. Killian Reister with distinction. Leah Niedermeyer with distinction. Lilley Badiani. Mahmoud Sabri Ismail. Mattia Yandalo with distinction. Mohammed Shahid Feroz. Mulaye Mohammed Chirfi Haidara. Mohammed Bello Dahiru. And that's right up here, right? That's right up here. Natan Kupchik. Paulina Talaslati. Nicole Mariah Mathewson. Nikki Shaw. Piotr Nievzgodin. Queen Mina Gimala. Ricardo Romeo. Rita Brillante Vargas Letao Palino. Romy Sobel. Rosalia Driti Bertina Soris Joseph Bennett Soris. Rutvik Rajenda Kolkar. Sabiha Shabazz. Samir Hugo Jakobsen Mutasim. Cheryl Winnie. Sonakshi Agarwal. Soraya Romana Da Costa Jamal. Syed Farazuddin. Tadbaisaglan Unurtavshin. Vignesh Renganathan. Yura Sargsyan. Zainab Aminu Waziri. Jombor Soko. Congratulations to the MIB class of 2023.
Congratulations to our very enthusiastic MIB graduates. To represent the class graduating from the Master of Business Administration program in full-time format, I would like to call on Maha Safa, Maha is a full-time MBA graduate earning a spot on the Dean's list at Hult. Alongside her academic achievements, she co-founded Pastel Bakery, fantastic, one of the UAE's fastest growing online bakery brands and the first on-demand cloud dessert concept. Maha is an active mentor and manages 2 merit-based scholarships for female students in Lebanon. Give a round of applause to support Maha's final address.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud families, and my fellow graduates. Can you believe it? Wow, we made it. If I had $1 for every time someone said an MBA journey is a roller coaster, I'd have probably paid my tuition by now. As we reflect on our journey over this past year, it's hard not to think of it as a roller coaster. The ups and downs, the turns, and of course, the twists that make you scream. First, I must take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to my husband, my son, and my family. You all are my life and backbone. I don't know where I would be without you. To the amazing faculty and our incredible dean, you've left a lasting mark on us with your guidance, support, and inspiration. And to our cohort, my fellow passengers and warriors, we are here at the top of this accelerating ride, ready to dive into the next chapter of our lives. Thank you for the late-night study sessions, the much-needed coffee breaks, the countless WhatsApp groups, and we can't forget Noura's daily attendance reminders. She deserves a clap, honestly. When I first decided to enroll in Hult's MBA program, it was indeed a leap of faith. Little did I know that this journey would test me in ways I could never imagine. Midway during my first semester, I was diagnosed with Bell's palsy. It left half of my face paralyzed. Needless to say, it was terrifying. I found myself grappling with fear and doubt. I started to doubt my decision to get on this ride. However, I discovered a source within me that refused to be shaken. I pressed on, determined to prove that resilience can overcome any obstacle. And you know what? I got through it. I know at some point or another, we've all had moments of fear and doubt, but we pushed forward. We stayed the course, even when the roller coaster seemed relentless. We realized that an MBA isn't just about adding 3 letters to our credentials. It's about gaining the tools to impact industries, shape innovation, and drive change. The world out there is fast-paced, evolving, and sometimes slightly intimidating. But we're not here to simply face it. We're here to conquer it. Our time at Hult has prepared us for this moment. The business acumen we've gained, the obstacles we've overcome, and the relationships we've forged are our armor. We're equipped to step into the world's challenges, armed with the resilience that has carried us through this journey. At Hult, we have learned that when life hands us lemons, we not only make lemonade, we perfect supply chains, create a balance sheet, raise funds, and build a global lemonade stand empire. So my fellow resilient graduates, the opportunity waiting for us isn't just a job, a title, or a paycheck. It's a chance to leave a mark, to rewrite norms, and to show the world what the resilient class Hult of 2023 is made of. We're armed with knowledge, powered by experience, and fueled by determination. Let's embrace the journey ahead with the same resilience that brought us here today. Let's propel ourselves forward, not just for success, but for significance. Let's make our mark with resilience and purpose. Class of 2023, congratulations, we've made it. Thank you.
Thank you, Maha, and such a true example of someone made to do. We will begin the conferral of degrees with the graduates of the Masters of Business Administration full-time program. I would like to invite Program Dean Jake Fields to start the degree conferral. I would also like to invite Dean Namrata Kamath to present the graduation scrolls.
I feel like I was just up here. Academic Board and the New England Commission of Higher Education, I present to you the individuals who, on completion of the graduation requirements, are entitled to receive the Master of Business Administration degree. Abhishek Bhattacharya with distinction. Ahmed Al-Thib. Alberta O'Kine. Alina Pribitkina. Anna Maria Bazina. Ayush Vinay Kumar. Carlo Jr. Mikuli. Dana Arjamandi. Elahe Niramandi. Ilium Kamozoda. Claudia Molaronek. Maha Safa with distinction. Maria Bernayeva. Maria Platonova. Mikhail Matrenin. Musabe Al-Yusufi. Nana Kofi Nyarko Apia. Nikhil Agarwal. Noura Abduni. Olaide Adijat Hashimi. Alanrawaju Ayobami Olagunju with distinction. Pushkar Ganesh Joshi. Raybal Adnan Sabahi. Vasil Horlenko. Renato Torres Guimarães. Richard Boama. Richard Charles. Salim Johnny Karkabi. Samit Singh Sethi. Sarah Odbile. Sergey Belaborodov. Elnaz Abidian. Srija Chakraborty. Wadima Ahmed Mohammed Rashed Al-Ramithi. Congratulations to the MBA class of 2023.
Congratulations to all our amazing MBA graduates today. To represent the class graduating from the Master of Business Administration program in the executive format, I would like to call Adham Gad. Adham started his professional career in architectural design, followed by a discovered passion for on-site collaborations and construction project management. During the final months of his MBA in the part-time format, Adham started a podcast show along with a colleague to interview personnel and industry experts about their postgraduate studies. Adham is a father of two, as we can see, born in Dubai, and with an avid taste in cinematography and a sincere love for unique, nostalgic speakers. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My lovely brothers and sisters of this exceptional executive MBA cohort, we're at the finish line. We made it. Just like many of you, I took the leap and enrolled my master's degree after almost 20 years of being in any place resembling a classroom. 20 years, being part of a family business, moving up as time went by. Honestly, I've had my doubts whether this was from merit or the natural order of things. I remember walking into class that very first morning, butterflies in my stomach, looking around, absorbing all that energy from the assorted crowd. It was intense, it was loud, there were stalks of penguins. All of that got me thinking, God, what have I done? What have I got myself into? How can I get my deposit refunded? But seriously though, being in an industry bubble for 20 years can get you stagnant. It can get you comfortable with where you are. And that's why I needed this, but not just me. Now enter these magic words, self-improvement and progress. It was these concepts that gathered all of us, a fantastic, diverse group of professionals, all here for that same reason. We were able to transcend boundaries of culture, expertise, and industries, and figuring out that we all have more in common than people might think. I learned a lot from their resilience, always challenging themselves and testing their limits, their genuine growth mindset for trying new things. Together, we broke down seemingly gigantic tasks into smaller pieces, the essence of prioritizing, by saying goodbye, ma'a salama, to our comfort zones for good. All the while discovering that greatness emerges not from individual brilliance, which was prevalent with this crew, but it flourishes from the collaboration of shared experiences. And that's why it felt natural to cheer on and embrace everyone throughout the good times and the bad, no matter what. Speaking of myself today, as an architect, I'm confident enough to have an educated opinion on financial statements, data analytics, stock prices, personality profiles, different leadership styles, and of course, the best places that deliver food to campus. For those late night weekends, you know what I'm talking about, guys. So good. I can't say any names, though. No names. With my cohort's support, I was able to overcome my fears and challenge myself to become a better version, both on a personal and professional level. On that first day, I was hesitant to publicly share or speak up, but now here I am, standing in front of you on this special day. We have created genuine friendships and forged bonds with spectacular people, and for that, I thank you all. Secondly, we would like to acknowledge the profound help we receive from Hult's faculty and staff. In the midst of our busy lives, the staff on campus provided excellent support that helped us navigate through to the finish line. Whenever things got overwhelming, they were there to remove the bumps and help us pick up the pieces by reassuring us and reminding us, always keep your eyes on the prize, always. And to our mentors and faculty members, it was a privilege to have those valuable brain-picking moments at True Delight. You've always sparked hidden areas in our minds. As Steven Spielberg said, the delicate balance of mentoring someone is not creating them in your own image, but giving them an opportunity to create themselves. And for that, we thank you all. Yes. And to our loved ones, our families, you have put up with our absences, our frequent absences from gatherings and outings for the past 18 months, with tight schedules and stressful assignment deadlines. Without your warm support, this accomplishment would never have been possible. Thank you for keeping everything in place at the home front. Creating that suitable environment for us to grow will always be appreciated. You deserve a share of this credential, each and every one of you. Now, on a personal note, I'm delighted to share the influence of this MBA on my family. For one, our dinner conversations have become enriched, as I now discuss behavioral economics and management psychology principles with my 12-year-old son, and he in turn implements it on the football field. Also, after reviewing and directing, yes, and I say directing, my many video assignment submissions, my 9-year-old daughter has officially approved my skills and deemed me YouTube certified. Next up is TikTok. Along with a colleague of mine that I met here in class, we started a podcast to share enriching experiences and the lessons learned. And finally, my lovely wife has also taken her leap and enrolled for this fall's MBA intake. And so it's gonna be my turn. It's gonna be my turn to hold the fort at home, and I am so excited about that. No. In conclusion, we stand here as an assembly of remarkable leaders. We have defied constraints of time obligations, balancing the responsibilities of our careers, our families, and our education with a tenacity that sets us apart from everyone else. Class of 2023, as we walk across this stage today, let us hold our heads up high and remember this wasn't about getting a degree or getting a diploma on your wall. It's been about igniting that spark within each and every one of us, propelling us towards a future filled with possibilities and opportunities, so that all in hopes, our actions, decisions, and visions will help shape the industries, societies, and businesses we all touch. And with that, let me say congratulations to you all, and thank you, and let the celebrations begin. Thank you.
Thank you, Adham. We look forward to welcoming your wife on campus in fall, and hopefully in a few years, the 12 and 9-year-olds as well. I would like to invite Program Dean Marcelle Fourie to start the conferral of degrees with the graduates of the Master of Business Administration program in the part-time executive format. I would also like to invite Dean Namrata Kamath to present the graduation scrolls.
Good evening. Academic Board and the New England Commission of Higher Education, I present to you the individuals in the part-time executive format who, on completion of the graduation requirements, are entitled to receive the Master of Business Administration degree. Leah Ann Cotterill, with distinction, Hodge Scholar. Arti Swinarain Appalswamy. Abdelrahman Ismail Mohammed Ismail. Adam Koster. Adham Gad. Ahmed Albar. Ahmed Mahmoud Ahmed Abuelela. Ahmed Nuruddin Badr Ismail. Akila Nazir Waka, with distinction. Alessandro Giovanni Di Giuli, with distinction. Ali Berjau. Ali Asaf. Alita Rodriguez. Amal Sabi. Amr Salah. Armin Darrell Fernandez Tulio, with distinction. Ashina Pillai. Belal Fashavsha. Bebikananda Mishra. Chuan Cheng. Cynthia Sinquan Poon. Dania Shakir Yusuf Kaywood. Daria Zabodovnikova, with distinction. David Geoffrey Fuega. Danesh Kumar Sen. Diego Nunes da Silva Homem. Diogo Schroeter Fakes. Eman El Shahawi. Fadi Dernyaka. Faris Siddiqui. Fatima Ismail Ahmed Abdallah Mohammed. Flame Michael Nema. Genevieve Maud Corte. Gurul Haliloglu. Hashim Tayo. Hafiz Zeshan Ahmed. Hamza Ali Dave Ala Alamush. Dana Saud. Iman Al-Badhai. Jacob Vermeeren. Joseph Toma. Karim Adel Mohammed Said Othman. Katsuya Fuji. Kota Kojimizu. Lena Jamal Barame with distinction. Louise Collins. Marcus Joseph Hopla. Muhammad Ibrahim Syed Badawi. Mohammed Khalifa Abdallah Dasmal. Muyayed Osama Bajes. Muhammad Aleldin Abdelmajid Mohammed. Muna Ajawi with distinction. Musab Mahmoud Mohammed Elamin Saleh. Nancy Zakak with distinction. Natalia Carolina Gonzalez Navarro. Nehal Dinesh Batavia. Nermeen Al-Judi with distinction. Nora Nabil Abdelhamid Abdelatif. Oluwatoyin Titilayo Abiola Kahinda. Patrick Temawani Chileshe. Petimat Garciva. Purushottam Ramachar Mukundi. Rana El Fakharani. Rebecca Annette Lee with distinction. Reem Amer with distinction. Ruba Ode. Ruslan Yensabayev. You've got a fan. Saatu Abdulali. Sarah Antush Ali Ali. Satya Prakasha Krishnamurthy. Satoshi Yamada. Shadi Walid Sheikh Hayeb. Shamla Al-Marzuki. Suhail Dawood Bayet. Sujit John Sushil Mohan. Suraj Mani Tuluri, aka Captain. Syed Anis Badshah. Tarek bin Brick. Veronika Semenova. Victor DeAndre Latson. Wasim Hattar. William Nader. Yasser Faik Farhan Al Garabay. Yuko Nagamin. Congratulations to the MBA Class 2023.
Congratulations, our EMBAs, and congratulations to all our graduates tonight. We are welcoming all of you to our global alumni community and would like to introduce our alumni speaker, Daniel Santos. Daniel completed his MBA at the Dubai campus in 2016 and since then has proceeded to excel in his career in both the UAE and the US. Daniel is committed to building the alumni network. With a seat at the table as a Hult alumni committee member, Daniel actively engages in campus activities and was invited to be on the judging panel during the Hult Prize on Campus 2023 competition. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you for your kind words. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents and relatives, and above all, the graduating class of 2023. It's good to be back. Congratulations. Today, as we gather here for this incredible achievement, I would like to share a simple but profound analogy that I believe encapsulates the journey that you are about to embark into. Imagine, if you will, a tiny seed. This seed, when planted in fertile soil, water, and given the right amount of sunlight, has the potential to grow into a magnificent tree. This tree, with its vast network of branches, myriad of leaves, and bountiful fruits, is much like the business professional career that you are about to cultivate. Your time in Hult was not just education. It was a fertilizer, a foundation for your career tree. Here, you were enriched with knowledge, values, and experiences that you will serve as the bedrock where you will grow your tree, your business tree. The branches stretching out the various directions represent your career network development. Each branch, whether big or small, signifies the different paths, opportunities, and connections you will make. The leaves, ever so delicate yet essential, represent the people you meet, collaborate, and you will work with. And the most important, the flowers, the fruits, your successful cases, the tangible results of your hard work, innovation, and persistence. However, let's not forget that every tree faces a share of challenges. You will have storms, the weather will shake your branches, but in Hult, with Hult, you will ensure that you stand still resilient and even grow stronger. As you embark in the next chapter, it is my honor to welcome you to the whole alumni community. The alumni chapter flourishes when you come together. Each new member playing a unique role is sustaining the entire ecosystem. As alumni, we are not just bystanders in this journey. We are your mentors, supporters, and your friends. So please reach out. We understand the challenges and triumphs that you're going to have ahead. We are here to provide guidance and support as you venture into the world beyond familiar grounds. On behalf of the 30,000 alumni network, I invite you to come back and get involved with as many initiatives you have. It is always a pleasure to reconnect with my peers at campus, summer electives, local chapters, and social events. Over the years, as I come back, I have seen the network thrive. So wherever you find yourself in the world, please stay rooted in the community. Congratulations, graduates. Welcome to the jungle. Stand tall, branch out, and always keep in touch and grow strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. I'm sure our graduates will be happy to connect with you at one of our events. And we have an upcoming alumni event planned, our annual Alumni Day in September. So it's a good opportunity to connect there. So to conclude the commencement ceremony, please welcome once again our Dean, Namrata Kamath, for their final remarks.
Okay, thank you, Earle, and everyone for coming out and speaking today. I actually want to take a moment to thank people that you know without whom your and my Hult experience wouldn't be possible. We have the wonderful Hult team with us today, some you've seen all day around the space, some backstage, ensuring everything goes well. Hult staff, if you would please stand, and if we could give this incredible group of people a round of applause. Hult staff, let's go, stand up. Hult staff, there we go. Okay, graduates, thank you, have a seat. Graduates, if I could ask you to stand now, please. We are very pleased that so many spouses, parents, relatives, friends joined us to witness this graduation today. And your friends and family are the quiet heroes and indispensable partners of these great entrepreneuring graduates. So, please turn around, graduates, find your silent heroes in the audience, and give them the loudest round of applause. Thank you. Thank you, families. And now the moment we've been waiting for. One where you have to listen to your dean's instructions for the last time, so we're going to pay attention. Candidates of the degrees of Master of Science in Business Analytics, Master of Science in International Business, Master of Business Administration, and Master of Business Administration in the part-time format, acting on the recommendation of the faculty and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Academic Board, the New England Association of Schools and Colleges, and the Ashridge Memorial Trust, I hereby confer upon you the degree earned with all its rights, honors, and responsibilities. You may now move your tassels from left to right. There you go, graduates. And now, on 3. Families, get your phones out. On 3, we get to toss our hats in the air. Do not hurt the person next to you. We're going to do this calmly, all right? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. You are almost done. Have a seat. Almost done, gang. Almost done. Let's have a seat.
Dear graduates and guests, I would like to ask all of you to stand and give one big round of applause to our leadership board, faculty, academic staff, and graduates. Please remain standing during the academic recession. Dear platform party, you may now exit the stage. It is now my honor to finally announce that our commencement ceremony 2023 officially ends here. We invite all our graduates to leave the auditorium. Our Hult campus team, including your program deans, will be in the foyer and be available for photos on your special day. Once again, congratulations and thank you for being with us today.
Just a small town girl.